So while the new Nintendo Switch Lite may not have every bell and whistle of its bigger brother Nintendo Switch, the Switch Lite forges its own path to be the best handheld console experience on the market and further excels the original Switch in some important areas in the process. In this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Nintendo Switch Lite and see if it deserves a spot in your hands or the hands of your loved ones with the holidays and end of 2019 approaching. So sit back, subscribe, and let's get started. So starting with price, the Switch Lite, which comes in gray, turquoise, or yellow at the time of this video, is $200, which comes in at $100 less than the original Switch. In addition to that smaller price is a much smaller size, which really didn't hit me until I actually had the device in front of me. When comparing the Lite to the original Switch, there is some significant size difference in addition to weight difference. It is super light and an absolute joy to hold. It's something I never noticed, but the original Switch is much heavier and its size might make it cumbersome for children or people with smaller hands to hold. The Switch Lite is a great answer to those problems. But taking a look at the device itself and its form factor, I am getting a lot of Game Boy Advance vibes right now as I'm making this review, with very similar looking and feeling buttons, D-pad, and general layout. We also have an almost identical layout here to the original Switch as far as button placement and ports go. A couple differences are the lack of a stand on the Lite to prop up the console, but this isn't needed as this is strictly a handheld device, and the speakers are placed on the bottom of the device opposed to the front, which really didn't make that much of a difference in my side-by-side testing. Now notably, the biggest change in form factor here is the lack or removal of the Joy-Cons, which makes this a unibody construction, and despite the Lite being much lighter, the overall feel of this console being all one piece is definitely solid and feels great. There is certainly nothing wrong with the older design Switch, but this Switch Lite definitely has a nicer feel for handheld use in my opinion. The screen size is also smaller on the Switch Lite, coming in at 5.5 inches, compared to the 6.2-inch size on the normal Switch. While that size is noticeable when compared side by side, my experience when playing a bunch of different games wasn't hindered at all, and I appreciate the look of the colored bezel around the Switch Lite screen as well, opposed to the original Switch with thick black bezels around that display. Now another huge advantage of the Switch Lite over the original Switch is screen brightness. I've been having a hard time capturing this on camera for you guys, but the brightness you can get on this Switch Lite is far superior. In this next clip, I am actually playing in direct sunlight, but with the Switch Lite on max brightness, I can see the game perfectly, and while it may not look pretty on camera, I can assure you that this can definitely be played outdoors opposed to the original Switch, which honestly doesn't stand a chance. The Switch Lite can also get a lot more dim if you are in need of that. In this clip, it looks like my Switch Lite is completely turned off and the other Switch is still on, but all in all, the Switch Lite offers a much wider range of screen brightness settings, which again make this a more versatile on-the-go option. All of this said though, all of these excellent on-the-go and handheld mode improvements come at the expense of losing the ability to dock the Switch Lite and take your games to the big screen. This feature is what gave the original Switch its name of Switch, with the ability to seamlessly take your experience on handheld right to the TV, or vice versa, play on the big screen and take your device with you at a moment's notice when heading out of the house, or simply wanting to play laying in bed or anywhere else around your house. If you have any desire at all to play games on your Switch with family or friends, or solo on your TV, then I highly recommend picking up the original Nintendo Switch. But if you're looking for a better portable device and want to open yourself to an immense library of Nintendo games at a lower price point, then the Nintendo Switch Lite is definitely your choice. The compact yet sturdy form factor, smaller but brighter screen, and cheaper price all in all makes this the best handheld you can get right now. But what are your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch Lite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing to the Shane Symonds YouTube channel today. I hope to see you around for the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.